The NBA, NFL conversation obviously was very loud. Your tweet was being echoed by basically every network in sports to kind of prove, this is how dumb this conversation even is. The guy that said this, as J.J. Watt said, you don't have a job in your league, you bum. Why don't you go try this entire thing out? Now, JJ, to his credit, I would like to say this for that particular one got 4.5 million views. Yep. His apology, I'm being 100% honest. I did something I hate when people do to me. I comment on a headline without watching the video. I thought you were saying you could play in the NFL, so I came in hot, want you to prove it. I'll own that and apologize. That's on me. That's awesome.
Wow.
6,000 people saw that.
Oh, that's
it. 6,000 people saw that particular apology. So, it's the way it goes. And I appreciate that little string of events there. But that conversation got very heated last night by NFL guys, I think, because toughness mentality wasn't really being talked about in the talent situation. Is that right, JJ?
I mean, the funny thing about my tweet, which obviously I have since apologized for after seeing the complete video, but the funny thing about it was I never said he was wrong. There's a pure logistics conversation here where NBA players are tall as shit. The biggest NFL guys are 6'6", which is like a shooting forward or something in the NBA. So you have to have incredible skill to be able to play at that height. I'm not saying
forward. What an asshole.
I don't know. I mean,
he's a hockey guy. Grew up in Wisconsin.
Fair.
Yeah. So but anybody who says they could play corner, anybody who says an NBA player could play corner is wrong. Cornerback is besides quarterback that has to manage everything. Cornerback is the hardest position to play in the NFL. That is such a difficult task.
Way to go,
I don't
boys.
think anybody's giving them enough credit.
Way to go, D-Bud. Way to go, you guys.
Mitt McMahon.
Tom McMahon.
But I mean, in terms of basketball, like I said, could I go out there and give you 6 fouls and maybe luck into a rebound? Sure. But am I going up over Wemby for a board? No, I'm 6'6". He's 7'15". So I'm not catching a board. Could I throw up a shot at some point? Sure. Could I try and play hard effort, good defense? Sure. But I don't have the skill set, and I'm sure there are some phenomenal basketball players that are currently playing in the NFL. But I mean, if you're actually subjectively looking at it, his original point might not be wrong.
30's a lot. 30's a lot. And it's what do they have to accomplish in the NFL? We talked earlier, Andy Reid could draw up a play for a 6'10" guy to score a touchdown. Andy Reid could figure that out, especially with Travis on the field and Xavier Worthy. And if Rashee Rice makes it to training camp and isn't in jail in Dallas, which we're all hoping he gets the hell out of that city, let's go. You got a great career ahead of you. We can do all this dumb shit later if you want to. And then when you get later, you won't do it. But if you were to have all those guys on the field and then you just got a 7-footer on the other side, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes can figure out how to get you a touchdown. Now, that's a situation. Are you doing training camp? Are you doing practice? Do you have to play in other plays to get to that particular? There's so many little dynamic. And then on the other side of it, we got some 6'1" corners that I assume on defensive side could lock down. Could spot open, they're not going to be in the mix, but there's been a lot of people in basketball that maybe guys are, but there's been a lot of guys in basketball, especially in the NBA, or hey, you are on that side. You're just standing over there. You might get a shot. Maybe we knock it down. So it's an incredible conversation to have. 30 feels like a lot of NBA guys that could come over to the NFL, though, especially because there isn't that many NBA guys, JJ?
And you got to think about professional athletes, how much time and effort and energy and dedication you're giving to that sport. So throughout all of college, throughout the entire professional career, you are working on nothing but that. For football players, we've been working on nothing but football throughout all of college, throughout the entire NFL. Same with basketball players. I don't think this argument is properly giving enough credit to either sport and how insanely difficult it is. I always go back to I was 100% confident I could be a keeper in professional soccer given enough time. And my wife literally, I told her and she goes, "You're an idiot." She's a professional soccer player herself. And she said, "You're an idiot." So we set up a field out in the backyard. We grabbed a ball. We put our cleats on. We went back out there and I am an idiot. Like these sports are so much more difficult at the highest level than anybody gives them credit for, and everybody sits on their couch, even us professional athletes about other professional sports, sit on our couch and say stupid shit. Like I told you guys yesterday, one of my favorite things, and this is part of the reason I'll tell you the full story why I sent that tweet.
Okay, please.
I was in the gym.
Yeah, you were getting after. He had 6 plates. I FaceTimed this asshole. He just got done with a set, and we're not talking about just like, hey, we're doing squats, just keep the mobility. I think he had 5 plates on each side. Was that? That's what that was, right?
Yeah.
I was trying to. It was in the background. I'm like 1, 2, 3. This guy's got 5 plates on each. It was bananas what you were squatting. What?
So I just finished my workout. I opened my phone. I'm scrolling around. My buddies. I have a group text with my buddies, and I see this text, and they're like, "Look at this guy. He thinks he can play in the NFL." So I just finished squatting. Obviously, pure meathead mentality. You're hyped up. You can't play in the. Who does he think he is? He could play in the NFL. Were you gonna block me? So I fire up the tweet. I'm like, this is a good response. The buyer's like, yeah. He knew what was coming when he said it, and I'm like, all right. So we fire it out. We just fire it out. What I had in my head was my college strength coach. So Ben Herbert, now with the Chargers, one of the best strength coaches in the world. In college, I told him one day during the offseason, I said, I bet with proper 6 months of training, I could start on the offensive line. And he goes, prove it. And I said, well, I mean, how do you want me to prove it? He goes, well, then stop saying stupid shit. He's like, I can't stand when people say stupid shit and don't back it up. So that's in my head what I was thinking when I saw this tweet, because I didn't watch the video for full context. I assumed Austin Rivers said that he could play in the NFL. I just finished squatting, saw the text, sent it out, and then I apologized to a lot less people later.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you owning it, and that's why you are J.J. Watt.